Now, believe it or not, this is not a colorized photo of the golden era. This is none other than Gabriel Zancanelli, a modern-day classic physique competitor. Where is he from? Well, he is from Brazil. Now, this dude right here, he showcases what I think is right in today's classic physique era. This guy is absolutely proportionate. He has good wheels, of course, but those freaking guns, they are absolutely amazing, and we will see that showcase better later on. But this, guys, this is what I want classic physique to be like. Yeah, you can have those amazing wheels, but then again, you have to have arms that match that. And this guy has arms in freaking spades. Him, alongside his fellow Brazilian, which I will also mention later on, have probably two of the best arms in today's classic physique era. Now, if we move on to this comparison right here, you can see that this guy does not only pose on the beach looking amazing, but this guy also poses on stage also looking freaking amazing. This shot was taken a few weeks ago at the Brazil Pro Show. Now, unfortunately, he did not manage to win that show, but that is absolutely not a knock against him because he competed against none other than the number one prodigy, also from Brazil, obviously Ramon Dino. So it's no wonder that he did not win, but in my opinion, he still had the best posing. Take a look at him posing here. In my opinion, he's also a great poser. Not only does he have a great physique, but he also has great posing. Just take a look at that. Now, this is obviously from the Brazil show that just happened a few weeks ago. Look at those freaking arms. I don't know what Brazilians eat, but even though I often talk about an arms deficiency, to say the least, in classic physique, this guy has none of that. And did you notice those freaking crazy ass striations on his triceps? My gosh, this guy, wow, just wow, he's freaking good. From the back, he's not bad as well. Obviously, he needs to add a bit more here and there, but guys, if sources are to be trusted, and by sources I mean Brazilian guys commenting on Instagram posts about him, this guy's only freaking 24 years old. It's not that amazing, but let us move on. Now, going back to him in comparison to Ramon, I think that this is very important because it showcases just how tall he is. Ramon himself, he's not a short guy, so that means that he's just a bit taller than Ramon, and he would also be just a bit shorter than Chris Bumstead, and I think that that is very important for the classic physique division because all things being equal, obviously taller is better. Now, another thing that you guys might not know about Gabriel is that he actually competed at this year's Mr. Olympia. Unfortunately, he plays all the way down in 16th, which is basically dead last. Now, in my opinion, even as is, he could have probably still beaten a couple of guys ahead of him. And I would say that he came in with a pretty solid package. Obviously, he could have come in a bit sharper. As you can see, his glutes, they look a bit soft, and he still needs to work on some areas, in my opinion. He could use some more size on those pecs, for example, but just a month later at the Brazil Pro Show, I think that he came in a lot better, a lot more shredded. Now, some of the difference, it might be down to the lighting, obviously, but still, in spite of that, I think that if you look at his lower back and also the striations that he has in his glutes, as well as his tricep striations, I think that they are a bit more evident here, and I think that he did indeed come in a bit more shredded. And as I previously mentioned, this guy is only freaking 24 years old. So needless to say, if he just keeps on working on his physique, I think that this guy will do amazing in the classic physique division. And another thing is, moving on, if we compare him to the fourth place finisher at this year's Mr. Olympia, Urs Kaldinski, obviously Urs, he came in a lot more shredded than Gabriel did at the Olympia, but is he more shredded than Gabriel at the Brazil Pro Show? That is tough to tell, guys, tough to tell. But at this point, it seems like I am freaking bullying Urs Kaldinski, which is not the case. I am nothing against Urs. He is obviously a very young guy and can keep on improving, but look at the comparison when it comes to the arms, guys. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would rather have Gabriel be the future of the classic physique division rather than Urs, unless Urs can do some miracles for those guns and add a bit more size to match those freaking humongous quads that he has. Now, I'm not going to say that in a classic physique competition, Gabriel will beat Urs Kalzinski, because he probably will not. Urs is really shredded and he has some really huge quads. Obviously, the classic physique judges get a bit of a chubby when they look at humongous quads for some reason. So I do not think that that is very likely, but in my opinion, Urs should not be the future of the classic physique division if he keeps coming in with those unproportionate arms and wheels. I think that it should be Mr. Gabriel and physiques like him. But anyway, enough of this Urs bullying. Hopefully you guys do not take it that serious. That is it for this video. None other than Gabriel out from Brazil. An amazing classic physique competitor. I do not see him being talked about that much in bodybuilding circles, so I figured why not make a video of him. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned about a new amazing classic physique competitor if you haven't heard of him before. And if you have heard of him before, hopefully you just enjoyed the video. That's basically it, guy. I love you, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you later.